everyone doing today? It is a random Saturday. No, not even Saturday. What day of the week it is? I've been on vacation all week. What day is it? It's Thursday. It's Thursday. How's everyone doing? I don't really have a hard plan for what we're doing tonight, this afternoon. I got to figure out dinner. Basically, I'm going to be doing prep stuff for the stream tomorrow. So for those that are completely unaware, which I doubt any of you are, I'm doing a full day stream tomorrow. Okay, not 24 hours. God, no, not 24 hours. But I'm going live 10 a.m. Eastern. We're going to build a V0. I got everything here. So we're going to do all the prep work today. And I'm just figure hang out with you guys while I'm doing this. I got some stuff to get together, make sure everything's right. We're going to do stuff like putting heatsets in. We're just going to go through, make sure I got everything so we're not scrambling last minute tomorrow. And I figured during that, hang out with you guys, open floor, QA, AMA, whatever the heck you guys want to talk about. I'll be paying attention to chat. I'll get the music going. And we'll just kind of have a good time. Am I excited for the build? I am excited for the build. Although the first thing I want to do right now is, this is my desk. I'm going to be building it here on my desk. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's another thing. I'm trying to figure out how to get, because for those that are unaware, this camera's got crap colors. So I'm trying to figure out, like, how to get better colors out of this guy. So I've been playing around with settings, trying to get better. But nothing seems to be, So yeah. So I'm gonna play with that later. There we go. Auto, good enough for now. So, desk, it's boring. I got nothing on it. It is not flat. It's gonna suck trying to build a square little itty bitty frame on this. Because it's not flat. So, I've got something to correct that. Wait. Full day stream. Yes, full day stream. Is David in here? David is in here. Hi, David. Okay, so desk is not flat. I never built this desk to be flat. My workbench here was originally a reloading bench. I have holes here from where my Dylan 550B was. So I have 3/4 inch plywood. And then I literally just have like 24-inch like floor tiles, like linoleum floor tiles stuck down on this. So this is not flat. So to correct that, I went and grabbed this guy. So you can see, I don't know if you could see, this desk is not flat. I went to a marble countertop type place. And I'm like, hey, you guys do the countertops out of the stone. Do you have a pile that I could dig through? And they're like, yes, out back. And so I found this and I'm like, how much do you want? And they're like, I don't know, 20 bucks. And they're like, okay. So this was 20 bucks, 20 Canadian dollary dues for a 17-inch by 27-inch by, it's like 1 1/8 or 1 1/4 thick slab of quartz. So I'm just going to put some little felt pads on the bottom of it here. Got it yesterday, I cleaned it all up today, shined it up, real nice. So yeah. So now we'll have something nice and flat to work on tomorrow. Because the goal is for the stream tomorrow to just build. I'm hoping that we have as many minimal problems as possible. Or as minimal problems as possible. We don't want anything to go wrong. Because I did add up how much time it took on my previous builds. And the V0 build took 23 hours altogether. That rock's even worse. Shows you how off my freaking table is. Yeah, see? There it's good. There it's not. I'll shim it up. So yeah. So now we have something flat, and I don't have any really super good rails or anything to check it on. But I figure a 3060 extrusion that doesn't rock on it should be pretty good enough. They need to do the same thing, go to a counterplace. But big soft silicone feet. Yeah, I gotta go. Oh, I wanted the felt so I can move it around easily. Because this thing weighs... It weighs a good amount. I do have squishy feet. I'll just swap it to squishy feet later tonight. But yeah, this is like 50, 60 pounds. What else have I done? Toasty's done. I ripped the brain out of Tallboy. So, Tallboy back there it don't got a brain. Those that have never seen a Taco Raven. This is what happens when you go, hey, how hard can it be to design a controller board? We did that. How's the resin printer? Resin printer is fine. I haven't been doing a lot of resin because I don't do resin. I don't do a lot of like these little, you know, high detail models. I don't do these. This is my normal thing. But I always wanted one just to play around with. So now I have one to play around with. I like it, but it definitely is niche. Like, this will now be my, hey, I need to print something super intricate kind of printer. So my original V0 is even more relegated to under the desk dust collection duty. But it's niche. It is niche. It's definitely not my main thing. And then what else? I got these guys for tomorrow. I hit the button. I hit the button. Okay. There we go. So, I'm gonna have to move this camera, aren't I? So, I got a WoW stick, and then I have an ES126, which is like an ES120, 121. They're all basically the same. So I got both of these to try out for tomorrow. Right off the bat, this guy was about $40. I think you can get it on sale for even cheaper. This was about $80. And they're not the fancy where you can just kind of turn and they automatically go. They do have buttons. This one has a forward and a back button. This one, you have to push the button and then you rotate your hand. And depending on how you rotate your hand, it'll spin. So, the problem with this one, if you're not like really gripping it, and as soon as it torques out, it spins on you. It's slippery as all hell. So you really gotta, like, it'll spin out of your hand. Did I order the custom panels for Toasty? No, I made them myself. They're ACM. I got them from Fermio Labs. But, I got them from Fermio Labs, but the front window here, there's a window in this one. I machined this. So ACM, where did I put the scrap piece? Yeah, it's right here. So it's aluminum composite material, right? So this is actually the window I cut out. I can still see the tape, but it's basically 2 layers of aluminum. It's hard to see here. It's 2 layers of aluminum with like a dense plastic, like a foam in the middle, like a really dense foam, rubber foam. So what I did was I just went on, and I think I still have it open up here. Yeah. Ooh, wrong camera. I just went on Carbide Create here and just told it to machining a shape. So it was really simple. So I just told it how big of a window I wanted. I just kind of sketched a rough sky so I knew where like the 0, 0 would be, so I can kind of put the hole where I wanted it to. And then for the tool path, for the panel, I machined it from the inside. And then when I went to cut out the acrylic, I machined it from the outside. So that way it should be 0, 0. And this literally is a 0, 0 fit. Like it holds itself in place. I did go run a bead of adhesive around the outside just to make sure it never fell out. But it is a slip fit. Like, it's not a press fit, it's a slip fit. But it's still, there's no gaps. There is no gaps. So yeah, that actually worked out really well. I'm gonna make a video on it. I recorded me doing the whole process, so I'm gonna make a video on that. But that will probably be later because I got to do the octopus. So I got to put the octopus in Tallboy. But yeah. Which motors do I recommend on AB for Voron 2.4, 1.8? Honestly, Toasty is running 0.9s. All my other machines are running the 2 amp 1.8s. The 0.9s are louder. In terms of print quality, I haven't done a lot of printing on Toasty yet. Like I did the Dragon and a few other random pieces I can't show you. But print quality difference is marginal at best, and it's louder. The 1.8s are going to be a little bit quieter because less steps and more torque. So yeah, it really depends. How's your microphone batteries going to last all day? The plan is I'm going to, the Rode is good for 7 hours apparently. I'm going to run the Rode until it dies, and then I'm just going to switch to my other battery pack, or my other, the older wireless mic when that happens. I also have a boom mic that I could use if I need to. How do you level the X gantry on a switch wire? So just Steve, you basically need to ensure that it's squared up so it's not racked. You do that by making sure it's good against the top of the frame. And then when you come down to the bottom, if your bed is twisted, make sure everything's squared up. Like make sure like your extrusions are nice and square and everything, but it's probably racked. 1.6 mil is pretty much guaranteed to be a racking issue. I have a video on how to de-rack a V2 gantry. It's pretty much the same thing as a switch wire, only the switch wire is vertical. Idea for clearing away dusty printers. How about a lottery to raise money? Well, right now okay, so I do need all of these. So that V0 down there, it will be used for something. The Bonsai I'm going to use in a video. The Ender I'm currently in the process of doing a bunch of upgrades to it. The JG Aurora A5S, it's already back in the box. It's on the floor in a box. I'm using it to put the box with the LDO stuff for the V0 in. I honestly would not want to give that printer away because of the issues it has with the lead screw. Like I did actually spend the next day fiddling with it, trying to get the lead screws to not vibrate like mad during a home. And they still do it. So something's funky with that. Plus I live in Canada. Shipping that thing would be actually quite exorbitant, probably. What do I think of the Dragonfly High Flow? Let me find it. So I did run one for a little bit on the Tallboy. It's very niche. Unless you absolutely need that much flow, don't get it. If you're only printing with like a 0.6 millimeter nozzle or 0.4 millimeter nozzle, this thing is completely wasted on you. This is, if you plan on running 0.8 or even larger nozzle, I don't even know how big of a nozzle because it uses a proprietary nozzle because the heat breaks built into it, which is actually pretty cool. But I got it just because of that one thing there. I wanted to try it out, just to see if it was any different. Basically, if you need a volcano that's a little bit better, then yes. If you don't need a volcano, you don't need this. It's pretty niche, and it's not officially supported on Voron either. Yeah, the unboxing of his I watched some of it, and QC issues. You'd be surprised how many companies have QC issues. Like that seems to be a common thread with a lot of companies, and you're going to see more, I think, of companies that are really good with quality control and actually listening to their market start doing a lot better. LDO, for example, they listen to us. They listen to feedback. They make adjustments. Like I've already spoken to them about a few things they're going to change from this kit. Like I have a whole list. I don't know where I put that page. Yeah, I've got a whole list of things that are already being fixed from this kit that will be adjusted. Things like they're changing some of the wires to better spec. They're upgrading, or what is it? Yeah, they're changing the thread lock. They're basically doing a bunch of bug fixes already on this kit on the production version. They're not going to have the soldered wires on the inlet. It's going to be a pre-crimped wire attached to it. So yeah, they're getting rid of the backup bag, but they're just going to take everything that's in the backup bag and just put it in the normal bag. So instead of it being like 100 M8 3s in here and then like 10 extras in here, it'll just be 110 or whatever the number is. So they're just going to put everything to save a bag, basically. Is there a mount for the Dragonfly on the 2.4? Kinda, but not really. The one I'm using there is a very hacked together where they basically just took the stock one and stretched it. We're gonna be putting heat sets in. Oh, and another upgrade for tomorrow. I got a chair. Because I'm going to be sitting all day, so I'm going to have to extend my controller over here because I'm going to have to do heat sets. Because that's what we're going to do right now. We are going to go through and put heat sets in all the parts right now. So I don't have to do that on stream tomorrow. I would put the high flow in the 2.4 and the standard flow in the V0. Because honestly, on the V0, you're probably not going to run anything bigger than a 0.4 nozzle. In fact, on this guy, I might go ahead and do my thing where I put like a 0.25 nozzle in it. Finally got some magnetic trays, so hopefully I stop losing screws and stuff. Where do you get the panels? They're ACM panels on Fermio Labs. I don't know if they have them on their site now. It might have been just, I'm not 100% sure, but they are ACM panels. If you can't find them on Fermio, David Printed Solid carries ACM panels. So, by the way, ACM panels on Toasty here, not fully sealed up. So I do have the gasket around the edges, but like on the doors, there's a bit of a gap. I got to go and fix some of it. I don't have everything fully sealed up. I am getting, I'm using the nozzle for temperature. So nozzle at 125, so middle of the bed, 100 millimeters off the bed itself. So the bed's like down here. Bed at 100 degrees Celsius for an hour. I am reaching 55 C, the nozzle. So that it's heating up the nozzle to 55 degrees. So the thermistor in there. I don't have a separate thermistor for chamber temperatures in there. Normally when I'm checking them, I just go off of what the hot end says and just don't turn the hot end on. Trying for a while to get usable results with the Mosquito Magnum on 0.1. I'm starting to question the decision of the Magnum heat break. Swap out to standard flow. Any thoughts? I never ran, I don't have a high flow skeeter. Both my mosquitoes are standard flow. And yeah, I've only ever used the standard flow ones. The problem is with larger melt zones, you run into issues with some plastics. Is what it is. Okay, I don't think I actually have the V0 manual, so we're gonna have to download that. Hello, David. Everyone say hi, David. I think we already did that, but say hi, David, again, because why not? Oh yeah, and for those that missed last stream on Tuesday when we went through the unboxing and you skipped the outro, which if you skip the outro, shame on you. Say thank you, David, because during the whole stream tomorrow, for as long as I'm streaming, every hour on the hour, we're giving away 2 spools of Jesse filament. And I'm assuming you're okay with hooking up Canada with that too, right? Because that's a new thing. So I got my whole big box of printed parts here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through the box as I go through the manual. So I'm gonna go through the manual while we're chatting here, and I'm gonna make sure I have all the parts printed. If not, I've got plastic loaded in V0.26 here, ready to roll to print off anything I'm missing. And then we're going to put all the heat sets in. So hopefully, we don't have to do that on stream tomorrow. And then I'm also going to do things like get my rails washed and cleaned and everything. So, oh yeah, I'm going to need extrusions too, because I got to order these extrusions. They're not in order. And they did some things that are a little bit different with the LDO kit. The extrusions are, there's less types of extrusions because there's different holes in different locations and they're all labeled. What they did was they basically put extra holes in some extrusions so that they only had to make certain types of extrusions. Like, just ease of manufacturing, lower the number of SKUs. I guess Canada's fine. I know you have problems believing Canada exists, but we are a real country. We beat you guys at hockey occasionally, so, you know, yeah. Any ideas on where to mount the ADXL for input shaping to the bed? Anywhere on, oh, for the bed. Oh yeah, because it's got that glass plate. Really good double-sided tape, and then put a piece of tape on top. Like, just basically try and secure it as best as possible to the bed, because you don't have anywhere you can screw it to. Yeah. Yeah, I think Raymond just got his kit too. So let's see here. Hey, look, it's the manual. We're going to be looking at this a lot, so we got A extrusion, B extrusion. So they simplified a bunch of these just to make it easier to manufacture. So I need to look for my A extrusions, which don't have any tapped holes in them. Which they may not even have because they might have made them all the same. Like, it's easier to just tap them all. Yeah, they're all tapped. So all my A extrusions are the same. So B extrusions are just tapped with no holes. So 5. So B. Put that right on the edge of my table. There we go. So B. 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 My 2.4 chamber temp only gets around 41C, and that's with bed at hot end. Any advice for insulating? CJ, what are you using for panels? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Okay, so with the LDO kit, they have the A extrusion and B extrusions are the same. Yeah, try Reflectix. So the bigger chambers, like my 250 here, I can get just under 50 with just the panels and the insulation or the gasket. On Tallboy, I only get just about 40, but Tallboy 400Z is a lot of air volume, and I'm only running just Coroplast, like nothing fancy. So Toasty is getting 55 with just ACM. So I'm getting a 5-degree pretty much increase from this guy to this guy just with ACM. And then this guy will be getting more insulation down the line, but I'm going to run it stock for a bit just so I have some comparison. Okay, C extrusions have... Okay, I'm assuming they're tapped holes on the end. And I think they probably, you know what, they probably did these all the same. Yeah, so you got tapped holes on the top and one at the bottom. Wait, let me double check. Okay, so C is just tapped on one end. That's a C. C. That's a C. How many do I need for C? 2. Why do I got more than 2? Okay, well I got 3 C extrusions. D extrusions are, that's a D. Well, that's a C too. It's a D. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they just went through and consolidated a lot of these. Yeah, like the H extrusions don't exist, I don't think. Yeah, that would make sense. So 2, 2. 2 Ds, yeah. Yeah, so the C, yeah, so they basically just went and tapped all the extrusions that some don't even need it. So that consolidates a lot of them down. And then E extrusions are these ones. There we go. There we go. Which makes sense from a manufacturing point. Why is there no super chat button? There should be. I gotta make it public, shoot. Here, 1 second. Okay, there. Hopefully that doesn't kick anyone out. There you go. Hopefully that doesn't kick anyone out. I think I changed the settings correctly. You should be able to now. If you want. Or you can just wait till tomorrow. And then we got our, these ones, yep. Yeah, and for the bed, all the bed extrusions are the same. Yeah. So on the bed extrusions, you only need one that has the 2 holes, and then the other ones go like that. They just put holes in all of them. Makes sense. Okay. That is that. So let me get the soldering iron out. I'm gonna give this a try. So for those that, if you didn't miss it, or if you did miss it, it comes with the kit, the LDO kit comes with a actual proper heat set tool for your soldering iron. And it's got an adjustable setting. See, or it's not setting, but you have 2 like heat sets on it that you can adjust for how deep that is. So that's actually really nice. So let's plug it in and give it a shot. John Clark, $20. Doggo Tennis Ball Fund. Aw, thanks. Doggo is actually outside with the little guy right now, I believe. But he should be visiting a lot tomorrow, I got a feeling. Yeah, I got a feeling he's going to be visiting a lot tomorrow. Can you either make a video or suggest an already existing auto or existing one for our Z auto align configuration on Clipper? Oh, for configuring it. So my I can't do it on the Bonsai because of the controller board. I can swap the controller board. My Bonsai has 2Z. I might do that. Take a look at the V0.1 config on the GitHub, because it has Z-tilt already pre-configured, and you might be able to kind of pull the information you need from that. Oh god. Blue Ball, $5. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Doggo's upstairs. I normally don't print it, but my uninsulated garage in Phoenix hits 90F this time of the year. Good to print ABS without an enclosure. What is that in proper units? 90F to C. 32 degrees. Yeah, as long as you keep a draft out, you should be okay. Any plans to... I do want a Shanghai dock at some point to do a... tuning stream at some point. Let me find another box to put all this stuff in. Actually, I'll just dump it all on here and hope I don't lose anything. Don't lose anything, for the love of God. Okay. So, what I'm going to do now is just go through as parts I need. I'm going to heat set them. Yeah, 32C. Yeah, you should have no problem doing that. Okay, so yeah. Let's see how good this works. Oh, that works really good. Yeah, I can dig it. I can dig it. And another good thing about granite, well, it's quartz. If I touch it with my soldering iron, it doesn't do any damage to it. Okay, so this part's done. Into the box. I can skip all the rail stuff. Where are my rail guides? Unplug that. Unplug that. I need to put a proper power outlet on here at some point. Okay, where are my rail guides? So here's the downside. I printed everything in one color. So that's going to get annoying at some point, just for finding stuff. I should have printed some stuff in accents to make it easier to find, like the alignment tools and whatnot. I got one, and I need to find the other. Luke, thank you for becoming a member. You should already be a member if you're in here. Oh wait, no, you can become a member and then hop in. I forgot about that. Oh, there's the other one. Okay, I'm gonna put those aside so I don't lose them. And then the end pieces. So I should have 1, 2, yeah, I should have a bunch of those. So yeah, I got a bunch of these. Three, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Where's my little bowl? Nurku, hello! Welcome to the show. We're hanging out, having a chat. I'm making sure I got everything for tomorrow and doing some prep on stuff. Okay, front piece. This one actually came out really good. Yeah, this is with the extrusions, the gold extrusions. Yeah, this build's gonna look. I'm thinking Big Pimpin' for the name. Just because it's a little build, and that will be funny. But oh man, I'm gonna have to definitely extend this. 1 second. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to. Oop. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find a longer USB cable for this. Okay, there we go. Unplugged it and plugged it back in. That's gonna be annoying. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find a longer USB cable for that guy. That, M3 nuts, all the M3 nuts, don't need that. There's not a lot of printed parts at first with the manual. Okay, so there's those two pieces. So there's the other one. That's good, in the box. Patreon member was watching it there, but no chat. Ah, shoot. I gotta have... Okay. If anyone wants to donate, wait till tomorrow. I'm gonna have to switch it to unlisted so the Patreon people can... There we go. So I guess I can't switch it over once everyone's in. Okay, it's back to being unlisted. So everyone who... All the Patreon guys should be able to see now. Sorry. Okay, so that's all there. Having a really flat surface is going to make this so much nicer, I swear. Bottom panel. All the T-nuts. Okay, there we go. So, time to put some nuts in this guy. So, heat sets. So, on these guys, there's a bunch of heat sets you put in. These middle two sit flush. These ones on the outside sit below. And actually, I gotta turn this down. The ones on the outside sit below. Oh, I may have... Okay, I'm sorry, guys. With Discord, it automatically goes into, like, streamer mode. So when it goes into streamer mode, I don't get notifications. And I have it minimized on my desktop because I already have 3 monitors and they're full of stuff already. So, yeah. So if anyone wants to donate, just hold out till tomorrow. Because tomorrow's going to be a long day. I might turn on the thing where it reads out donations even. So yeah, so tip for all those that are building one of these, which you're all members, you should know a bit about Warren at this point. Read all the tips. Like, Tom's build went pretty good, but he missed a lot of stuff that was called out in the tips in the manual. It would have made some parts a little bit easier. Where'd my file go? All right. And a hard flat surface, I could just do that. Too late. Okay, so that's that. So AB, and then we have these guys. Draw the knurled parts. So I don't lose them, I'm going to put the nuts on them. Added tip, don't use an impact driver. He started using that Bosch Go thing, and that works fine. I'm going to be using electric screwdrivers tomorrow. I got 2 of them here to try out, and just fiddling with them, I'm already liking them. So, yeah. Okay, each one of these gets a heat set. Hope to be building my 0.1 next week. Nice. It's going to be really interesting to see how far I get on this build. Like, I'm legit curious because, again, the original build I did of a 0.0 took 23 hours of streaming, but that was doing everything. So I'm hoping with how much pre-assembled stuff like wiring that LDO did, that we're going to be able to cut a bunch of time out of this build. There's that, the motors, that goes there, okay. That's the opposite side. Go. So we need these guys. There we go. That goes there. Goes there. Okay, so those are good. Yep, so that one goes there. And that one goes there. Yep, so that's good. The T-nut. Okay, so I don't know, I have 2 here because there's different size for the T-nuts. There's 2 STLs. I printed them both off. I'll just use whatever one I need to use. So we're good there. The motor frame, I have that printed off. Any heat sets? Nope. And that's this piece right here. Oh, all these parts came out so good. I swear this is probably, in terms of like printed parts, this is probably the best printed parts I've ever put on a Vora, and I built my own. Yeah. I'm actually really happy with how well V2.26 is working right now. Go. That's all that. Like, it's always been reliable, but I've done a few tweaks to it, and oh. Okay, last question after I eat coffee. You don't have to do that. I'm gonna need a lot of coffee though tomorrow. I have a RPI 0 and one RPI 4 gig. Wondering if the Pi 0 will be enough for an Ender without a webcam with Clipper. Yes. Apparently Input Shaper can run into issues on some Pi Zeros sometimes, depending on the version of the firmware, in terms of like running the actual Input Shaper, but actually handling it once it's printing. So you might have to use the Pi 4 to do the Input Shaper tuning, and then just swap the SD card back into the Pi 0 after you have your values. You could try. I know some people have been able to do the full input shaper, like installing everything on a Pi Zero and tune it just fine. Some people have run into issues. It has to do with, I think it's the Numpy installer that has the issue. But in terms of actually running the printer, the Pi Zero will have no problems doing that. Okay, so now we're on to the gantry. So I need this piece here, right? Yeah, and 2 heat sets. Oh, I love quartz. It's got a nice sharp edge, so I can even put these pieces over the edge to flatten them after doing the heat set part. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so we got that, and then where's the top piece? The right piece? Oh, that goes on top. Yeah, so that goes there, that goes there. Okay, so we got that one is good. And the opposite side. There we go. How heavy? I think it's 50 to 60 pounds. Like, I didn't put it on a scale or anything, and I can hold it in one hand, but it's heavy. But, it's nice. Yeah, Golden Jaguar is saying he's having issues doing the input shaper on the Pi Zero. So what you would probably have to do is install everything on the SD card, set up Clipper, do the input shaper tune on the Pi Zero, and then once you actually have your values for the input shaper tune, what you can do is just take your SD card out of the Pi 4, put it in the Pi Zero. You might have to update your USB ID, maybe, but other than that, you should be good to go, I believe. Okay, so those two in the box. That's that, that's that. Okay, we got the little end stop piece. Got that. That can go in box. Top extrusions, yada yada. Belt, everything. Okay, now here we go. This is the fun part. So I'm gonna need some heat sets. Diego, it's because it's an unlisted stream. The way it works, unfortunately, is I have to have it unlisted. Otherwise, the Patreon guys can't join in. And unlisted streams, I'm not allowed to have donations, apparently. So you're just gonna have to wait till tomorrow if you want to throw money. Which you don't have to, but if you want to, you have to wait till tomorrow. Just be like it do. Yeah, you'll have plenty of time tomorrow. It's gonna be a long day. So, the kit comes with knurled nuts, so I shouldn't have to put these guys together. I do have them. And I am going to put them in just for the sake of making sure that this kit has enough of everything. Do I rescue my heat set inserts? Yes, I do. I actually have... where is it? I think this is it. Is there anything in here you guys can't see? No. This whole box is full of parts with heat set inserts I need to pull out one day. So if I ever get starved for content, that's going to be a stream. But yeah, so to get them out, use a, you just got to heat up your iron, dig into it, and then just twist it out. I'm starting 10 a.m. Eastern time zone. So right now, for reference, it is 4:30 p.m. Eastern time zone. So I'm going to wake up. I'm going to go get myself some McDonald's breakfast, because that's what I do on Friday mornings. And then I'm going to go live at 10 a.m. So yeah, comparing doing heat sets with this tool versus what I was doing before, the biggest thing I'm noticing is they don't stick. The problem is what I was using before with a conical tip that was shaved down so it didn't stick out past. The problem is if you are pushing too much, you could, when you're done and you go to pull out your heat set, sometimes, or pull out your iron, the heat set would sometimes come with it because it would get like wedged. With this, that's not happening. So. That's okay, John. I'm going to be live all day, so you'll have plenty of time to catch up. Oh yeah, I got to put the bed together. I got to put the bed together right now. So we'll get these heat sets done. I'll make sure I got all my parts, and then good there. That's good there. Close mouth there. I got my little block. What was I saying? I don't know. It's gonna be a long idea. Yeah, least of the least. I would need to know what time zone you're in for reference. Like, I'm East Coast, so whatever, like New York time. Whatever time it is in New York, that's what time it is where I am. Oh yeah, the stray T-nut in the pet. I gotta get that out one day. You know what? You know what? I know it was still in there in my cereal video. I kept it in there because I wanted to see how long before somebody would notice it. There we go. So UTC -4. Yeah, I think I'm like 4 or 5 hours behind England. So I know all the Scandinavian guys are watching me at like midnight when I go live. David's back. Hey, David. That piece. Yeah, I'm really double checking everything to make sure I've got everything for this. I really don't want to get halfway through the build and then realize I forgot a part and then we're done. These get heat sets? Oh, these get heat sets. Okay. Is there a Chinese version of the Hanta 5? They're expensive AF. What's the Hanta? Are these the Hanta? Are you talking about the heat sets? The heat sets, you can buy them in bulk on AliExpress. Look at the Voron sourcing guide. So go to vorondesign.com under the help section. Help sourcing guide. Like V2. Heat sets. I'm probably looking right at it. They're probably called like knurled inserts or something like that. M3, yeah, M3 threaded inserts. These are them right here. There you go, AliExpress right here. So you want the ones that are M3 by 5 by 4. So right here, these guys. So here's 100 of them for $7.28 Canadian with $6 shipping. So just buy like 400 of them. And yeah. That's what I've used on all my builds. Are those style. I've never bought the official ones because they are pricey. Oh, the T-nuts. Okay, the T-nuts then. Yeah, you can use, same thing in the sourcing guide. Look in the sourcing guide. There should be some spring nuts that have a little ball bearing in them, use those. So let's see here. Help. Sourcing guide. V2. M3 T-nuts. Yeah, see, we crossed out Misumi. These guys right here. With the little spring ball. These fit in all the locations. Everything was basically designed with those in mind because they're much cheaper than the Misumi ones. And you don't have to deal with the problem with hammerheads with them. I have some of them. Where are they? Yeah, I've got a bunch of the expensive Misumi ones with the spring leaves in them, and I don't want to use them because they're so good. It's like I just don't want to. I don't want to use them. There we go. Oh, that one got a little toasty. There we go. Okay, where was I at? Does this guy get any heat sets? I don't think so. Nope, and neither does the fan. Oh yeah, this fits together so well. What's wrong with T-nuts and blue tack? I'm sorry, sir. We live in a civilized society here. That piece that goes in there. Cable management. I think that's it. So I've got electronics brackets here. So for the electronics, literally you mount them to these plastic printed things, and you can use heat sets and actually mount them. So I'm going to put the heat sets in, just in case I ever do decide to do that. But for the most part, you are going to be, the heck are these for? Oh, these are for the doors. You are going to be sticking these on with VHB. Very high bond tape. It is plenty strong. I know people that are holding power supplies on their printers with it. Who takes less of a cut? I believe Patreon takes a smaller cut. Yeah. So I do believe Patreon takes a smaller cut. I'm not 100% certain on that, though. Because YouTube takes 30%. Which is better than Twitch. Twitch takes half. Now, I know big streamers, like, you know, like the big guys on Twitch, they have contracts and they're getting more. But if I were to like jump over to Twitch, because some people are like, why don't you go to Twitch? All my audience is here. And if I go over there, I know I'm not going to get anywhere near the same amount of people. You know, I don't really do this for the views or anything. But if I did, I know I would get less people. Because I've seen Joel stream on Twitch a few times, and he's got like 50 people on there. And Twitch takes half. YouTube takes 30. So, day off. I've had the whole week off. That's why I'm doing a full day stream tomorrow. And I will put this public at some point. So. Because I don't like hiding content. And honestly, what we're doing right now, I don't think is regular, like, would be under the scope of my normal content. Considering all we're doing is putting heat set stuff and cleaning. So. I used to take a week off to get stuff done. Thinking about with a 1-year-old, it seems to be. Yeah, I have a 3-year-old, so. Like, see how much time we're saving tomorrow, though? Like, so far, this is what? It's 4:30. I've been at this for an hour. So we've already saved probably a good 45 minutes from tomorrow's live stream for dealing with heat sets. I think it screws into plastic, right? Yeah, it just screws into plastic. Yeah. Patreon takes about 23%. Okay, so yeah, so the thing with Patreon, it's honestly, it's I like them both. I know it's easier for some people to support one or the other. YouTube, it's easier to manage the community though. Like right now, the stream I'm doing right now, I have to have it listed as unlisted on YouTube, put a link to it in a chat or in a like a community post or whatever they're called, and then hope everyone sees that and joins in. I can't just put it live for members only, because if I do that, then I can't bring in the Patreon people. And like I can't do them both at the same time that way. It's actually kind of annoying that I can't do that. YouTube is a platform. Yeah, I honestly, like there are a few tech people that stream on Twitch, but they also do variety stuff. Like Michael Reeves, right? Like he does a bunch of, you know, tech stuff, but he does also a lot of variety stuff with OTV. So Twitch makes more sense. I'm not playing Among Us here, so. One day I will. We'll see. I'm just gonna pivot to being a Minecraft streamer one day. We'll start building printers in Minecraft, and before you know it, you know, I'll just be a Minecraft streamer. Okay, so that's that. I printed extras of these guys. Build a Voron V0 and Among Us. Oh, let me see if I can find it. Somebody sent me some. I don't know if I have them on this computer. Let me see if I can find it. I don't think I have them on this computer. Somebody made some joke. Yeah, I don't have them on this computer. Somebody made some joke thumbnails and sent them to me as a joke that had like me doing the shocked face and whatnot. A Twitch tabletop painting stream. Well, my mom has a hot tub and she's 5 minutes from here, so I could do a hot tub. Or actually, no. Now it's ASMR, right? That's the meta now is ASMR. Little door handles. I don't know what this piece is for. Oh, that's a cover for the for that. Okay. And then I'm not going to need these, which is awesome. So I have all the printed parts, so we're good there, guys. I'm not going to need these guys. Unplug the hot soldering iron because I got everything. So there we go. So in terms of extra knurled nuts, I think the enclosure uses some, but I still got a bunch of extras here. So it comes with plenty of knurled nuts. So I'm just going to go ahead and put these in my stock of knurled nuts. Why not? Yes, honestly, okay, so for the ASMR stuff, the people talking like, okay guys, so we're just gonna, like the people just talking, that does nothing for me. But somebody doing like a medical exam, it's just like, oh, it's so relaxing. Or like polishing shoes, that's what does it for me. The just whispering and talking and pretending to, you know, give a head scratch, that's nothing. Okay, let's open up these rails and get them cleaned. Top hat uses a bunch. Oh, that would make sense. Yeah, top hat uses a bunch. I have the top hat printed. I'm not gonna bother racing to do the enclosure. So we'll do the enclosure at a later date. I still have to print off all the, I haven't printed off any of the panels or the panel clips for the enclosure, simply because I didn't know if this kit was coming with panels and what size panels they are. I need a Ziploc bag. Do I have a Ziploc? No. Oh, that'll work. Hopefully. Okay, let's open up the rails. See what we got. So these don't have anything on the ends, so hopefully I don't oh wait, they do have the little nubbins, so we're good. Okay. God, these rails are tiny. Tiny rails are tiny. Wow, these are like clean. Like a little bit of rust preventative on them. Oh, they are butter. I think I have the noise canceling on, so I don't know if you guys are getting the full ASMR noises while you can inspect my receding hairline. Okay, and now we're gonna crumple up wrapping paper. Unfortunately, it's the really cheap stuff that doesn't pop. I am disappointed. Okay, that's enough of that. It's already creepy. Okay, the rails. Ooh. Those are really good, actually. And they say LDO on them. Focus. LDO. Nice. Yeah, these are very nice. I don't even think I'm going to run these through the ultrasonic. Like, these are clean. Like, I'm not feeling any grit in them at all. There's a very light coat of oil, which is rust preventative. Why do I have to prove that? Which you want. Like, we always say clean your rails with oil, or clean them with like ISO, flush them, and then grease the carriages. You don't want your rails bone dry, okay? Bone dry rails are bare steel. In this case, these are actually stainless. These are stainless rails, by the way. I don't know if I said that last week or on the unboxing, but these are stainless steel rails, so I can't blow them, unfortunately. But you don't want bare metal exposed. Bare metal with no protection will rust. Like, I've seen people try to get refunds because, oh, my rails rusted. Well, did you have anything on them? No, they're just bare steel in my room, and I live in Florida. What do you think's going to happen? You need some sort of rust preventative. So spray them with WD-40, wipe off the excess. Grease the hell out of them, wipe off the excess. You just need some form of oil or light grease on them to prevent that. So I'm actually going to try something different with these guys. I've got WD-40, which WD-40 legit is not a lubricant, but WD-40 white, high performance white lithium grease, spray grease. I'm going to try that just to give it a shot, because it is designed for bearings and whatnot. And I want to see if I can actually spray it into the carriage, because I don't want to take these off. Yeah, the problem with black rails, I've seen Robot Dig. They have black rails and I've seen them break. Like, I've seen a lot of people have issues with them. So you can get a steel rail and blue it, which I've done. I don't think I have it installed in a printer. No, that carriage fell. I don't know. I have it somewhere. Oh, here it is. Yeah. So this is my rail that I cold blued in that instructional video on my channel like a year ago or something. And you can see it's still fine. Like, this was just cheap, you know, crappy tire gun bluing cold blue. I've got no rust on it, no oxidation. But the trick is after you blew it, you leave a light coat of oil on it for like a day or two. Or you soak it in oil for like a day or two after you blew it. And then you wipe off the excess. And that's it. You don't do anything to dry it out. And this has been sitting on my shelf for like a year, and it's still mint. Now, obviously, it's not being used, so you're not getting any wear use. But, yeah. Yeah, so WD-40 is water displacement, as somebody's probably said. So it is not a lubricant. It's used for like displacing water so shit don't rust. However, it's also a brand name, so yeah. So I'm gonna give this a shot. I've always used white lithium. I don't have the spec NGL whatever grease, but these are really small, so I'm gonna try this. Is the black? It's cold bluing. It's like a gun kit cold blue. I use that liquid gun blue. Just go to any like gun store or outdoor store. So this is definitely pretty light. Stainless steel will oxidize, I believe, after a while. Plus, it really depends on the grade of stainless steel you're using. Like, I'm sure the stainless steel that, you know, people are finding off, you know, rails on AliExpress is a little bit different than, like, the stainless steel Elon Musk is building spaceships out of. And we are just going to leave that. Wipe off the excess, but don't dry it out. It's okay if your rails are a little oily. They are rails. Hey, Josh. All I know is I'm really loving this piece of quartz right now. This is really nice. It depends. It's like, least to least, it really depends on the conditions and the type of rust. For those that are familiar with what's going on in Flint, Michigan with the lead pipes. Lead pipes, oh my God, lead's bad. The problem is lead eventually builds up a oxidization layer, I think it is, which basically protects the lead from getting into the water. So a lot of places have lead water pipes, and the water is perfectly safe to drink because there's a layer built up on it that prevents, you know, the bad stuff in the lead from getting out. Well, what happened was it the mayor, the town, or the state, whatever, they switched providers for the water source, and the new providers like treated the water differently. Because I think they were using lake water, and then they went to municipal water after. And what happened was the water corroded, or basically eroded away that protective layer. And so now you have raw lead leaching into the water because it no longer had that protective coating that had built up over 100 years. So it's like aluminum. Aluminum oxidizes really quick. The problem is the moment it oxidizes, well, this is anodized, a bad example, but raw aluminum oxidizes really quick. The thing is, so once it has that very thin layer of oxidization, it protects everything below it. It doesn't peel off like iron rust. So you can have iron exposed for a while. Usually like iron bridges, they have sacrificial anodes on it. So they have like little zinc blocks that are magnetized or electrolyzed or whatever, so that the rust basically goes to that. There's a whole process of protecting iron, and depends on your location. There's an iron monolith marking like a mile marker or something in a desert, and it's like no rust on it whatsoever, but it's also a chunk of iron in the middle of like the driest place on earth. So the rails are good. I'm gonna put them in their little box here because I'm happy with these rails. And actually, I should put my gloves back on. Elon doesn't pay tax. He also doesn't make money. A lot of those rich people, they get rid of tax by not actually making any money. They have tons of assets, but nobody's actually paying them. It's like, yes, they're worth a lot of money if they were to sell their stock. It's like, I would be worth a lot more if I sold my house, but until I sell my house, I'm not making money on my house. So why should I pay taxes on something I'm not actively making money on? I just own it. I'm running low on paper towels, aren't I? I'm out of paper towels. 1 second, I'll be back. I am back. How many people do we even have in chat? 37. Nice. I am always watching. Okay, these are the fun guys. I should have grabbed a Ziploc bag when I was up there. Actually, no, because I'm not. These are going to make it so much nicer. These guys I am going to clean and re-grease up because they're full of like the gunky oil. But these are basically replacing those printed parts with the M2 nuts to hold the rails on. It's LDO made these guys. So they're steel. These guys are just regular steel, like tool steel, and then they got a quick like blue on them or something. Nothing too fancy. But the final product will be zinc plated. So yeah, these are just generic tool steel, nothing fancy to them. These are the prototypes. So what I'm going to do is give them a quick clean off, and then I'm going to hit them with the grease. Also, if you're going to get a block like this, make sure you get something that doesn't absorb oils. So quartz, don't get granite. How does it smell? It smells like oil. Well, they're not steel nut traps. They are literally just a piece of steel with a bunch of M2 tapped holes in it. Hopefully they're tapped. M26. Well, they replaced the M2 nut traps. So I threw them out because I won't need them. And of course now I need to find them. Actually, one fell on the ground here, I think. Yeah, whatever. So, for holding the rails on, let me find it. Yeah. So, for holding the rails on, you have this printed part that has a bunch of M2 nuts in it. Yeah, these right here. So instead, what they did was they went and machined a piece of steel to size, and then they just drilled and tapped M2 holes in it. Dustin, I have a video, like I did a stream the other day going through the kit, and honestly, I'm damn impressed. Like, I am legit damn impressed with this kit. And of course they use like M2. Yeah, oh yeah. They're tapped. Good old M2 button heads. I don't think I have an M2 tap on hand, so hopefully these are all tapped okay. I'm assuming they are because they're not blind holes. So they could just punch the tap right through. Yep. That should be good. Does LDO have a V1 kit? They just have the frames. At the moment, the only kit they have is this kit for like a full kit. They might do a V2 kit. What did I just drop? They might do a V2 kit in the future. But as of right now, it's just the V0 kit. And this will be in production, or they should be for sale on websites like Printed Solid, hopefully next month, for anywhere from $6 to $6.50, I believe, is MSRP. That is subject to change based on regional availability, taxes, yada, yada, yada. There we go. So we got that, we got that. I'm just trying to go through and like make sure I got everything for this ready to go tomorrow. Got our VHB tape. Got all my printed parts right here. Rails are already out, which I sprayed them with grease. Crud. Oh, Max is here. Hi, Max. Well, at least my aluminum extrusions aren't going to rust now that I got grease on them. When will you see an enraged rabbit feeder kit build? Not today, not tomorrow, but maybe someday. PrintedSolid.com. Can't believe I got grease on all my rails. Oh well. It's only grease. Ain't gonna damage anything. Okay. There's that. Got all my screws here. That's a lot of screws. So what I'm gonna do is take the back out. And grease out. And hex keys out. I'm gonna put all my screws in this. And then I can pull out what I need when I need it. Oh, they even have the little pain in the butt ones. Yes, I greased my rails. I got the, I went and sprayed them. I'm trying, I want to see how good this stuff works. It's just spray on white lithium grease, but I figure it's easier to get inside the little gap on these rails, which these rails are mint, by the way. Like, these are butter. So yeah, there's that. I don't think there's much else that I'll need for the build tomorrow. Got my camera there. Got that. Allen keys. I got my screwdrivers, electric screwdrivers. Going to be using those out. Try those out tomorrow. So I think we'll be good there. I was gonna grab a syringe so I could use my normal grease and fit it in, but oh yeah, get the pie ready. Yeah, we download fluid. No, Google, you don't need to know where I live. You already know where I live. Get the pie ready. Good point. Hopefully I don't lose connection. I'm downloading it right now. Yeah, I really like this chunk of quartz. I'm gonna go get some rubber feet for it. Just because right now my desk is so not flat that this thing's rocking. But like, it's quartz, right? A little bit of ISO, boom, it's clean, it's done, we're good to go. So I'm hoping this setup works. I'm hoping I can sit most of the day because, yeah, that'll work. So I'll just zoom in a little bit closer. Chris's basement. I used to watch him a lot. I don't think he does as many videos as he used to, but who knows? Like, I know it's not his job either. So real life always takes priority over playing on the internet. Other plans? I'm going to try and Shanghai dock for at least for something involving tuning. I don't know if it'll be a stream or just a video or what, but I'm kind of planned out for a bit when it comes to content. So it's going to be a little bit because I'm hoping. So the plan is tomorrow. So where am I at right now? So if I'm sitting all day with the build. Okay, so in a bit. So let's go to 27 mil. So if that's there, so if I'm walking around, so you're not going to see my head, okay, but if I'm sitting, yeah, I think this will work. Yeah, this will work, right? We should be good. That should be good. Let me pull it onto my full screen here so I can see everything. Yeah, so this will work. I got camera 2, which is the above camera, which I'm still gonna have to fiddle with. And then this camera, which I think I'm gonna try and put up here and have it face down. So I gotta move some stuff. This is why it's really good to have enclosed printers. So this is why it's really good to have enclosed printers with solid tops, because you get your storage space back, right? So yes, you lose your footprint of the printer on your desk, but now you can put everything on top of the printer. Why do I have Delta fans up here? 5015 Delta. Huh. Wonder what that's for. Raspberry Pis. The 2208s? 2208s. Okay, in the bin. Everything into the bin. So if that goes there. There we go. That camera will work too. You can see how messy my floor is behind me. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll have that cam. This will be an overhead cam. And then we'll have the main camera. There we go. Joys of prepping everything the night before a stream. Well, actually, the day before. Yeah, I think a lot of people are trying to use 5160s right now. The hands channel cam. Yeah, what are we gonna call this camera? Because this ain't the printing cam. What are we gonna call this camera? This is only a C920. Dog hair cam. Well, we'll change it throughout the stream. So right now we won't have anything on it. There we go. That'll work. And that one will angle down. So let me angle it down for now so it's in proper position. So we'll go with right there. And what was that, 27 I think I had it at? Yeah, so 20, no. Yeah, so 28, 29. 30 mil. So 30 mil aperture. That's good. That should be enough. If I'm sitting, working on it, we're good there. Luckily, I can get my legs under the desk. There we're good. Yeah, that'll work. Maybe punch it out just a little bit, but how much does it weigh? 50 to 60 pounds. And it's actually nice because it was like a front piece, so it actually has like a bevel on this part right here. These sides are raw cut. Look at that sitting. Dude, I'm gonna be streaming for like, I don't even know how many hours. Like a 4-hour stream, my feet are killing me by the time I'm done. So yes, I am gonna be sitting tomorrow. It's a V0, I don't need to stand up for it. So that should be good. Bring my keyboard over. Yeah, we'll be good. Yeah, we'll be good. I do need to level this out, though. Yeah, this is a countertop cutoff. So what I did was drive around and look for a place that has a bunch of marble slabs outside, because usually that's like a granite countertop place, and just walk in there. Had a nice little like Eastern European or Eastern European lady. She's like, hello. And I'm like, yes, do you happen to have any offcuts of granite or marble or anything like that that I could have? And she's like, yeah, there's a whole bunch out back. Go take a look. Go grab what you want. Let me know. So I went back. I found this piece. A lot of pieces are really narrow. A lot of really narrow pieces that are long. But I found this piece. I actually was hoping for something about this big. But I found this. I bring it up front and she's like, $20. I'm like, okay, here you go. And I left. So yeah. You got a 4x8 slab. So these aren't flat. These aren't surface plates, right? Like, I posted a picture of this on my Twitter, which if you're not following me on Twitter, @3DPNero. But somebody has one like the size of a table and he's got like a 0.7 millimeter dish in the middle. So from side to side, high to low is 0.7 millimeters. But for building, you know, a V0, this is flat enough. Like the fact that these don't wobble anywhere is good enough. So it's better than the table that this is on that makes this rock. So, and it's a nice color. So yeah. And it's small enough that I could take it off and put it on the shelf. Like I didn't want, like I was legit gonna buy a surface plate, but the problem with the surface plate is a 12 by 18 by 3 inch, because all surface plates are like 3 inches thick, weighs like 80 pounds already and was like 120 bucks up here. So there is no true flatness. I beg to differ to an extent, because you can get a proper surface plate that I've seen CMM out to like a tenth of a tenth of a tenth of a thou. So like you can get pretty dang flat to a degree. Is that an ES120? It's an ES126. So we're gonna give that a shot, because this thing was actually, I got this one, I got the WoW stick. So I'm gonna give both of these a try. So the WoW stick I'm not liking because it's slippery AF. Where the heck are you going? Wake up. Yeah, so the WoW stick, if you're screwing something in, like you have to push this button. There's like a reverse button and a forward button. So for reversing, you push that. But the problem is, like, if you're going forward, watch what happens to it in my fingers. It spins. So you have to really be like holding it. And there is no torque setting on these. So this one has no torque setting. It's literally forward and backwards and whatever it is, it is. With the ES126, for some reason, I don't know if it's defective, but there's no magnet to hold these in. So like the bits fall out, which is kind of annoying. But this one actually does have a screen on it, and you can set the torque rating. And for this one, you push the button, and depending on how you move your hand, it goes forward or it goes backwards. And this one does have torque settings. And it's also got a light. So this one weighs twice as much as this one, and this one costs twice as much as this one. So it'll be interesting to see how they work tomorrow. So we're gonna try these tomorrow on the build, see how much they help. The clutch is your fingers. When it slips, there's your torque, pretty much. So 30 mil, let me punch this out a bit. There we go. You can see my messy room. The WoW stick, I'll have links in the description because I got these from Banggood, and of course I'm going to shill them. I'll put links in the thing, but I think, let me pull it up here. I got them from Banggood. So the WoW stick is right now $33. Nope. Oh! Yeah, the WoW stick is $33 right now. And then the ES126 is 80, I want to say. Yeah, 88. So. Oh, yeah, you want to talk jokes. So here's the box the ES126 came in. Okay. Hey, it looks like the product. Okay. The WoW stick box, it resembles another type of WoW stick. Yeah. Just a little. Just a little bit. Made by Hitachi. It's a massager. No, I don't know who makes it. Sequire? Sequire? I don't know. They are pricey. Banggood sent them to me, so I got them for free. So, for testing and evaluation and review. Because that's, apparently I'm one of those YouTuber type people, so they send me stuff. You get on Alley 68. Honestly, just initial impressions, I say this one. This one feels a lot better in your hand. It's got better weight to it. This one's like a really, this feels very, very cheap. And just noise level. And this has more torque. This one does not have, this one probably maxes out at M3s at most. So. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it right about there. It's 5:20, so it's 2 hours. So yeah, so hope you enjoyed the little chill session. Tomorrow, 10 a.m., we're gonna start the build. I'm gonna go live And we're just going to go. We're going to go as far as we can. I would love to get it done. I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that. But if it happens, it happens. Get the Raspberry Pi out. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It is what it is. I don't even know how long I'm going to go for. The plan is to go as long as I can. I'm ordering pizza tonight, so I have leftover pizza for lunch tomorrow that I can eat on stream. And I'm going to eat breakfast before. So I should be good to go for a while. But, you know, for all we know, something could happen, my internet could die, and then we're done. So I'm going to try and go as long as I can. I would at least like to get the mechanicals done. So at least get it functionally built. And if we run out of time for, you know, wiring it up, so be it. I'm hoping that part goes really quick though, because they have the all the wiring's done. I just got to hook it up, which I did not expect that at all. That part blew me away. So tomorrow should be fun. I'm happy we got all the heat set stuff done and the audit done to make sure we got everything. That saved a bunch of time. Because it was either going to do that or we were going to wire up to Tallboy, because that guy needs new wiring. And I'm sure you guys don't want to be subjected to another wiring stream from me. So with that, thank you all for hanging out. I'm going to keep this up, but unlisted. So anyone who's a member who missed this or missed the whole thing, you can go back and rewatch it. I will make this public at a future date. Because why not? There's going to be a week when I don't have anything to upload, and I'll just use this as content that week. So, see you all in like 16 hours or something. I don't know. Be safe, wash your hands, have a nice day. Cheers. Don't forget, printed solid, 2 spools per hour on the hour tomorrow. So make sure you're watching as long as you can. You got to be there to win.